Welcome to Business Legal Lifecycle TV, the live TV show all about the legal aspects of your business to help educate you on complex legal terms in an easy to understand manner, to help understand why you need to do certain things in your business from a legal point of view, and to help you develop a plan for the future. Our mission at Business Legal Lifecycle is to help empower all small to medium-sized businesses around the world to get access to legal advice so that they can help build their communities and make the world a better place. Did you know that any business owner is on average 7 months away from losing everything? That is the average time it takes from a successful business to fold when an aspect of their business is not set up correctly. Have you ever wanted to get legal advice but didn't understand what was going on? Do you feel like there is a divide between lawyers and their clients? Then this TV show is for you. It is all about empowering you and your business with the knowledge and tools to ensure that this doesn't happen to you. Business Legal Lifecycle TV delivers a twice-weekly show focusing on the legal aspects of your business. At lunchtime on Mondays, we present Fast Fix Monday, a quick 5 to 10 minute show that will give you some actionable steps to consider for the week for your business. And at lunchtime on Wednesdays, we present our in-depth show of between 30 minutes and an hour, where we go through complicated legal aspects of your business in a simple to understand, plain English manner. And whether that is through educational pieces or interviews with experts in their fields.
Afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Fast Fix Monday. I'm Craig Mason, one of the founders of Business Legal Lifecycle, and I have with me the other founder, Jeremy Stratton. Hi, Jeremy.
Hi, everyone. Hope you're having a good week.
Excellent. So today we're still in February 2018, and we're talking about investing in property. The thing we wanted to talk about today is some things to do before you sell a property. So you might have to sell something in order to invest in something else. Or some other strategy that you're doing at the moment may involve selling it. So we wanted to talk about a couple of things that you might want to look at before you sell the property. And this is in regards to a real estate agent. Obviously, appointing a real estate agent is a pretty important thing to do for selling a property. So we've outlined 5 things that we think you should do to select an agent and go through that process. So, Jeremy, do you want to kick off with the first one?
Yeah, so the first one might sound a little bit obvious, but it's finding the right agent. Now, the right agent can be very hard to find and might be determined on a lot of factors. So you might want the most experienced person in the area. You might want someone who's a young go-getter. You might want someone who's in between. You need to find the right agent that can work with you. So you've got to think about, well, what do you want for selling your property? And then what is this agent going to do for you? We would strongly recommend that you interview at least 3 to compare the differences and ask for them for references and find out who they are so that you can make the most appropriate decision for your circumstances. So finding the right agent isn't just a matter of opening the yellow pages if you're still using yellow pages, or just doing a quick Google search, or walking down your local high street. You want to make sure that you're finding the right person who's right for you. Craig, number 2.
Number 2, asking the prospective real estate agent, what is the marketing plan or strategy for the sale of my property. So you'll be asking the agent specifically, how will you sell my property? What is your direct mail campaign, and who are the the recipients of that? Where and how often do you advertise? Will you show me sample flyers and those sorts of things before they go out? How do you market online? You're doing more than just realestate.com domain. Those sorts of questions. You can also ask as well is, can you provide any references? So, most real estate agents can get references, even if they're a new real estate agent. They might have a reference from a previous employer or something else that they might be able to show you that might be able to back up their credentials. So ask those sorts of questions about the marketing plan and strategy for your needs. You want to make sure that it's suited to your property because every property is different. So that's number 2. Jeremy, number 3.
Number 3 is, what are the top 3 things that separate you, as in the agent, from their competition? So a good agent won't hesitate to answer this question, and they'll be ready to fire off why they are best suited to sell the property. Now, there's not one exact answer to this question, but you'll get a feel for their competence and their experience based on how they answer it. So you're looking for an agent who's honest and trustworthy, who can be assertive, who's got good negotiating skills, that they're available on the phone or email, and respect how you want to be contacted as well. I think that's a big point. If you don't want to be contacted by phone, say during business hours, then you need to find someone who's willing to respect that, because a lot of people want to talk on the phone. You want good communicators. So you want someone who is going to be talking to you on a regular basis, or keeping you informed on a regular basis. You want them to be friendly, because remember that they're not just dealing with you, they're dealing with your potential buyer. You want them to be analytical. So you want them to have an analytical brain where they ask questions. And finally, you want them to be able to maintain a good sense of humor under trying circumstances. Selling a property can be a very stressful occasion, and so you need someone who can help maintain your level of sanity, as well as projecting the professionalism that they need throughout the process. Craig, number 4.
Yeah, just quickly with that question, which I think is a really good one about, setting a sort of test to see what the agent's going to do. I heard on 4BC on the weekend on the real estate show that a test that someone was saying on there was talking to a respective real estate agent. You say to them, can you please call me at 9 o'clock tomorrow, and I'll be able to give you an answer as to whether or not I'm going to engage with you. If they don't call you back at 9 o'clock the next day, then, there's your answer right there and then. If they do, then, they're setting a standard as to how the communication is going to be. So good little test that I heard about on the weekend. So, yeah, absolutely. So number 4, question about, can I review the documents that you're expecting me to sign beforehand? So that's the when you're appointing an agent, you've got the agent's disclosure and the listing agreement. You want to be able to receive those documents before they're sitting across from you at the kitchen table wanting you to sign it, so you can obtain legal advice and those sorts of things beforehand. So question asked, may I review the documents before I will be asked to sign? Number 5, Jeremy.
Yeah, the final one is, how will you as the agent help me find other professionals? So when you're selling a property, an agent's just one professional in the gambit that you need for different advice about how you're going to sell the property. You might need you'll probably definitely need legal advice to handle the conveyance. You might need accounting advice. You might need financial advice. So you want to find out how an agent works with other professionals. I think it's really sad that there's quite a bit of a negative view around the place about other professionals. And if you can find one that's affiliated with other professionals, then that's a good thing, because that's someone who can work well with other professionals and can make sure that you get the best source of advice and that you're set up properly for success. So that's the 5 things to think about before you sell a property. Craig, do you want to conclude?
Yeah, excellent. As Jeremy said, 5 things think about before you sell a property. That's it for us for Fast Fix Monday. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back on Wednesday for an interview with Mr. Jason Cook from WB Financial, and he'll share a number of important things with the listeners or the viewers through an interview that Jeremy did. So hopefully you can join us on Wednesday. As I said, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Thanks very much.